Hi everybody, welcome to Tech Tip Friday. I'm your host Kurt Staley, that plastics guy, and I'm bringing you a tech tip that you can take with you to the shop floor today. So I'm going to continue with the theme of revisiting some of the original Tech Tip Fridays that I did last year, and we're going to start with my very first one from May of last year, and that was dealing with the topic of draft angles. So what are draft angles? Well, really the draft angle is the angle of the inside of the part or the tool steel on the vertical surface, so the up and down, the depth of the part if you will, that facilitates the part releasing from the tool in the most optimal way. Now you may have ejector pins and sliders and whatnot that push the tool or push the part off the tool, but it's that draft angle that really allows it to happen nicely and smoothly. So what are some considerations when you're dealing with draft angle? Well, two things come to mind. First of all, the height or the depth of the part, depending on how you want to look at it relative to the tool. But if you have a relatively short part, you may need less draft angle, maybe half a degree, 1 degree, something like that. Now, I would always suggest better to have a little too much draft angle than not enough, but your tooling partner will be able to give you the best guidance on that. The second factor is the nature of the texture, if there is one on the part and on the tool. So the deeper the texture, so I'm thinking of something like a very intricate faux leather type of texture that you might see on automotive trim, very commonplace for like a center console armrest or the center console or a door card, even an instrument panel may have that type of texture. If you see that kind of texture, you're definitely going to want to allow a little bit more draft angle to ensure that the part is not scraped and that lovely texture damaged during the demolding process. And I have seen that over my years of dealing in the automotive industry. It's most commonly located in areas of the part where you may find complex multiple compound curves or other unique pieces of geometry where it can be just a little bit challenging to get the part to release from the tool. So in which case possibly opening the mold slowly, the first stage of ejection very slow to try and break the part free without damaging or putting lines in that lovely texture. So two things to consider: the depth or the draw of the part and the texture on the part to help you determine the correct draft angle. And as always, consult with your tooling partner. This is part of their area of specialty and they can guide you along in that process. So again, I'm your host Kurt Staley. I'm wishing you a happy Friday, happy Tech Tip Friday, a great weekend, and we will talk again next week. Thanks so much. Bye for now.